So, I've been on the Samsung Z Flip 3 for around a month now, and here's why I got another one. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. This is the video we've been waiting for because guess what finally arrived? This is the pink Z Flip 3. You guys know that I've been waiting for it, like I haven't shut up about it. But before I talk about why I got this second flip, where I got it and all that, plus my experiences with the Z Flip 3 1 month later, let's unbox. I had been waiting on this phone for so long and now it's finally here. I love the tiny little pink detail on here, so if you've seen my channel, you probably know which phone this is and why I'm so excited. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3, but this time around in pink. We have, of course, a Samsung sleeve. We have the SIM tool, charging cord, quick start guide. Let's get to the phone. Guys, this is the moment of truth. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, that is matte. You can see the difference between this and the lilac version. That basically means less fingerprints. I'm loving that. The edges are also black all around here. And this is what the hinge looks like. That is our very first fold, you guys. Let's turn this up for the first time, and in the meantime, a montage. Here we go. So obviously you guys already know that I love this because it's pink. One of the most striking things about this phone is how it's matte. I didn't think it would be matte, but it is, and I actually kind of like that. Side by side with the lavender Z Flip, you see just how different that looks. And since I've been repping the Z Flip 3 without a case, one of the things that always got to me is that it gets smudgy, a problem that I don't think I'd have as much of with this pink Z Flip. Now, this pink matte look reminds me more of the black Z Flip. As you can see in the body, they have similar textures, and even the borders and the hinge of this phone are in black versus the lavender on the lavender phone. And yes, those details are matte too. For better comparison, here is the lavender, the matte black, and the pink version side by side. Version is not available everywhere. This is a website exclusive color together with the gray and the white Z Flip 3. I did pre-order this the moment that you could on the 27th, but it arrived just now. There were delays. I don't know what that's on about, but it's here now and that's what's important. I am really happy about having the pink one in my hands because I've been looking for photos and or videos of this and I really couldn't find actual hands-on. I even went to a Samsung store and they didn't have it, so yeah, and now that I have it in my hands, I'm pretty happy about how it looks. Aside from the different color and finish, this thing has the same specs and the same price as the other Z Flip 3s. And since we pre-ordered this thing, we got $150 credit that went to cases which haven't arrived. But yes, we have cases coming, so if you're curious to see what those cases look like, if you want to try on with a pink phone, stay tuned. I will be posting them once I actually get them. So why did I order another one when I had the lavender that I've been using? And like I said, it's been my daily driver for a month now. You can watch my full unboxing and my camera vlog tour in Hawaii. I'll link it up here and down below. But yeah, I got this because the lavender is actually a review unit that will be returning to Samsung. Actually, it's Joshua's review unit that I've been using because he has a black one. So I guess the bottom line here is that when the Samsung Z Flip got announced, I really was excited about it. So much so that I pre-ordered myself my own unit and now it's here. But do I still think it's worth it to get a Z Flip 3? After some weeks with this phone, here are some of my takeaways. So first off, let me just tell you I've been using this thing without a case. Why? Because like I said earlier, you guys, my case haven't arrived yet. And with my time just holding this phone naked, I've honestly come to enjoy the feel of it in my hand. Mostly because it's tiny. Mostly because it fits my tiny pockets. Nothing precariously peeking out with the danger of it falling out. Another thing that people ask me a lot about this phone would be its durability. Now, I can't really tell you what will happen in a year, but I can tell you that in the month that I've used this, I brought this to a beach. I carry it around in my hands, in my pockets. It's still good. And though it's waterproof, when I was at the beach, I was still very careful that I don't get sand on it. It's waterproof, but it's not dustproof. Yes, it is a folding phone, but it still does feel solid, sturdy, and it doesn't feel like it's something that I'd break with just like my use. And again, I've been using it naked. The scary scenario in my mind, of course, would be if I left this open and then I end up like putting my weight on it. I feel like that would not be good. Nevertheless, this phone sans case have withstood my everyday wear and tear. It still feels nice and solid. I do flip it close and open multiple times in a day, and it just feels still very tight, that hinge. Another thing that a lot of people have asked me about would be the creases on these phones. So as you can see, there is a crease, but here's the deal, and you can see it right now. When the screen is off, it is very noticeable, but when the screen is on, you sort of don't really feel it as much. Or let me rephrase, you know it's there, you can sort of see it, but it's not as bothersome. As much as I love this bigger cover screen, I still wish that this thing could do more. Right now, what you can see on the cover screen, aside from notifications and of course changing your background and adding cover GIFs, you know what I mean, are the preset apps that Samsung puts in there. Imagine though if, for example, you can add a Google Keep widget on there or your mail app. That would be very useful, yeah? Now, don't get me wrong, as it stands, the cover screen is already useful. I love the fact that I get to only check my notifications on this tiny front panel. I also love the fact that using this phone means that you are signaling when you're gonna use it when you open it up or when you're done using it. Which brings me to my next point. I can't really flip it out because again, the hinge is a little like stronger. It's not as loose and flippy as older flip phones were, but I will say that flipping is still so satisfying. I'll never tire of doing that. And one last thing about this phone, of course, it is a smaller form factor that folds into an even smaller form factor. I will say battery life can be better. This thing barely lasts me a day, especially on heavy shooting and social media days. It just doesn't cut it for me. There have been days when this had lasted me a day, but those are few and far between. Again, you know this, I take a lot of photos and videos. But the thing is, this phone, because of its form factor, it's easy to give it a pass for that. All in all though, I've been definitely enjoying using the Z Flip 3. Definitely happy about this new color that just came in. After 1 month of use, I still stand by what I said. The Z Flip 3 is a foldable that will normalize folding phone use. I get it, it's not the best phone, it doesn't have the best cameras, it doesn't have the best battery life, and there are things that can be improved on this phone. But ultimately, it's been one of my most enjoyable and unique smartphone experiences in a sea of oversized smartphone slabs. It's a phone that fits my hand, my pockets, my use cases. Those are just some of my takeaways from my 1 month of use of the Z Flip 3. Well, this Z Flip 3. Let me know if you guys have questions about this phone. I still am planning to do a full-on review of the Z Flip 3. Let me know what your questions are. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's isadoes_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Until next time!